March 17th is St. Patrick's Day, celebrating the life and legacy of the patron of Ireland. While many people celebrate St. Patrick's Day by wearing green or drinking beer, many don't know the fascinating story of who Patrick was and what he accomplished. For example, did you know that Patrick wasn't even Irish? There's lots of surprises in Patrick's story and a lot we can learn from it, including how he responded to those who harmed him with self-sacrificial love. So let's take a quick look at 3 aspects of the life of St. Patrick and what he did. We'll explore his mission, his method, and how he can serve as a model for our own evangelization efforts. Let's start with his mission. Who was St. Patrick? Well, to put it simply, Patrick was an evangelist. He brought the gospel to pagan Ireland. But he didn't start out this way. No, Patrick was born in a small town in Britain in 382 AD. In his writings, he tells us that even though he grew up in a Christian home, he didn't really believe in it. But during his 16th year, the town was invaded by Irish marauders who captured Patrick and enslaved him in Ireland. While in chains, Patrick said, "The Lord opened my mind to an awareness of my unbelief in order that even so late I might remember my transgressions and turn with all my heart to the Lord my God, who had regard for my insignificance and pitied my youth and ignorance." Assigned to watch over his Lord's flock of sheep, Patrick began a pattern of regular prayer. And after 6 years, Patrick escaped his cruel captors and was able to reunite with his family. But here's where the story gets interesting. Sometime after Patrick settled in Britain, he had a dream of a man named Victorius bearing letters from the Irish. Patrick writes, quote, "He gave me one of them, and I read the beginning of the letter. The Voice of the Irish," it was entitled. "And as I was reading the beginning of the letter, I seemed at that moment to hear the voice of those who were beside the forest of Foucault, which is near the Western Sea. And they were crying as if with one voice, 'We beg you, holy youth, that you should come and you should walk again among us.'" He had wanted to return to Ireland, to the very people who had enslaved him, because he knew that they hadn't heard of the gospel. Now his family shuddered at the thought of returning to barbaric Ireland, as the Druids were known to weave criminals and runaway slaves into giant wicker baskets and suspend them over a fire. Now the thought was too much for him to bear, so Patrick boarded a ship, determined to share his faith with the treacherous Irish Druids. You see, that's the power of Christianity, returning to the very people who ripped you from your home and enslaved you for years. Yet Patrick, as he meditated on God's love for him, a sinner who had been the first of 16 years of his life, turned his back on God, yet who God condescended to forgive and bless. How could Patrick keep this gift of saving love from those who desperately need it? That's why Patrick wrote this, quote, "The Lord my God watched over me before I knew him, and before I learned sense or even distinguished between good and evil. And he protected me and consoled me as a father would his son. Therefore, indeed, I cannot keep silent, nor would it be proper, so many favors and graces hath the Lord designed to bestow on me in the land of my captivity. For after chastisement from God and recognizing him, our way to repay him is to exalt him and confess his wonders before every nation under the heavens." End quote. Today, people are loath to see social media posts from their own countrymen simply because they may hold a different political opinion. We avoid others with whom we disagree, dismissing them as either stupid or evil, and thus not worthy of our time. But you see, Jesus died for them too. Only Christianity has this power. Only the Christian worldview recognizes that we are evil and stupid. We're all evil and stupid, not deserving of the blessings of God, yet he condescends to us in the person of Jesus Christ. And because Patrick came back to share the love of God with the vicious Irish pagans, he was able to change them. Thank you for watching this Come Reason video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to see more videos like these, consider subscribing to our Come Reason YouTube channel by clicking on the subscribe button. And you can follow us on social media. Lastly, if you'd like to help keep these kinds of videos free, consider providing a donation by clicking on the donation button beside me. Thank you.